Hey everyone, this is TheCoolPangoro here. Welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. Last time, we were actually getting a few of the pieces of heart remaining, and we have 4 more to go. This time, we're gonna go find the other pieces. Now, the next piece, we need the Rock's Cape. And go. Get a piece of heart like that. Very nice. Just 3 more remaining, actually. Now, oh, I can't jump. I legit can't jump out. Anyway, we got that piece out of the way. Now we're just remaining a few more pieces, but they're not unlocked unless we fuse the sword. So how about we do that? I'll meet you guys there. Anyways, back at this. Oh, I immediately got caught. I immediately got caught. Anyways, back at this Metal Gear Solid style way of getting in. I want to be careful as possible. Okay, he didn't see me there. Good. Was it this one? Well, not really, but no, I just gotta thank him for getting me in. I just dodged one. I don't know how I did that. Get out. The power of the wind element has infused your blade. With the power of the 4 elements, your blade has become the 4 swords. Focus power in your blade and release a fire beam. Use it to break Vadi's curse and restore that people's Hyrule. Look at that. It seems that forging the sacred blade somehow opened the doorway. It must lead to the room that holds the secret of the light force. Link, we must go inside. How interesting. Look at the images on the stained glass. I bet those pictures show us where the light force is hidden. Long time ago, when the world was on the verge of being swallowed by shadow, the tiny Pukori appeared from the sky, bringing the hero of men a sword of golden light. With wisdom and courage, the hero drove out the darkness. When peace has been restored, the people enshrine the blade with care. And the force of the golden light embodying Hyrule's princess, shone forth upon the hands. So that's what it means. Ezlo, you really are too kind. First, you gave me my magic cap, and then you guided me here. You've been far too generous, but now, I no longer have any use for you. At last, I finally know the location of the Light Force. Link! Wake up! Can't you wake up, Link? Vaati disguised himself as the king to search for the Light Force. When he learned of this place, he waited us to reforge the blade. If that stained glass is accurate, Princess Zelda holds the Light Force. Vaati will do whatever it takes to steal that power from her. If he succeeds, we may never be able to return the princess to normal. We wasted too much time, Link. We must stop Vaati. So, as it turns out, Vaati was waiting for us to reforge the blade as his own and see where the Light Force is. As it turns out, it's Princess Zelda. You have to hurry out of here. What? What is this? What happened here? They've been turned to stone. All of them. The minister and the guards. Everyone in this castle. All just like Princess Zelda. This can only be the work of that evil body. What cruelty, Link. We must use a sword. We must use the power of the sacred Force Swords to undo this evil. So as you can see, everyone has been turned to stone. Oh, thank you. You're the one who returned to me normal, aren't you? I don't know how you did it, but I can't thank you enough. Listen, have you seen how strange the king has been acting lately? That's because it's not the king at all. It's Vaati. He's taken over the castle. One by one, he turned us all to stone. Everyone cursed by his evil magic. Then, the monsters arrived. Even paralyzed, I saw it all. I only pray it's not too late to undo his evil. So, we now learn that Vaati has turned everyone into stone at this point. Link, we need your help. Vaati took our petrified princess to the roof of the castle. He must be planning something fiendish. You must stop him. Of course, Prime Minister. The only time that's unacceptable to get rid of the stone NPCs. The real king of Hyrule must be locked up somewhere in the castle. Please find him. As soon as we've recovered, we'll start looking too. Whoa. Is this really Hyrule Castle? I can't believe it. What's happened here? Vaati's magic has grown more powerful than I'd imagined. But the king and Zelda are in danger now. Let's go. This is Dark Hyrule's Castle. Probably the most interesting dungeon we have ever seen. Everything in Hyrule has now turned into Vaati's place. And we now have all access to the Four Swords. Which means we can actually go down here if we wanted to. Should we go back? Uh-oh. And we have these. See, there's a bomb. thought I might get him in there. Nothing for us to go short, but... It's one of the most interesting dungeons we've ever seen at this point. The Wind Palace, yeah, I love generally the Wind Palace. It's by far my favorite one. And I feel like it's underrated. Not many people talk about it, and it's kind of a shame, too. And although I don't really enjoy the boss fight, it is very interesting in its own way, thanks to a comment by the legend. Most of the fight that we ever seen revolves around item dungeon. This one requires, like, you know, the Euro bosses. It requires both the Rogue's Cape and the sword. Here's a king. Seems like he was wrestling too.
Oh, Link, are you the one who broke the curse and turned me to normal? You've grown quite brave since I last saw you, I must say. But, oh, how this castle has suffered while I was under body's curse. Is this all the work of one man? As King of Hyrule, I must do something about this villain. But, I'm old, and I will only hold you back. Link, you have to rely on the sacred blade now. We must rely on you. Please, you must find a way to rescue my Zelda. Take this key. You can use it to get out of the castle from the basement.
Look at the small key. Use it to open the locked door.
If I were to join you, I fear I would only be hit by enemies. Please, Link, you must find a way to save my daughter.
We will. Now, this is by far, like, probably the climax of this entire story. Everything in Hyrule is about to go downhill. Oh, of course. The trapdoor. Alright, let's just get out. Whiz robes, I generally hate them. There. Now, you might be wondering about this dungeon. This thing is actually... This thing is actually by far the only interesting... Okay, I gotta stop saying that. This is like, if you don't memorize the whole thing by now, then yeah, you're entirely screwed, but I mean, this is probably the only viable things that will generally, like not been into a while after it. You've only been here for like part of the story. So yeah, it's impossible to know the layout unless you decide to do a little exploring. I'm surprised you don't drop bows and arrows. I'm surprised you don't drop arrows. Okay. Ah, we got this to deal with. Okay, we gotta time this right. Not like that. That's probably my favorite thing to do. I actually do that every playthrough. Go away. No! My button started to lag on me. Didn't want to do that. Okay. Not that difficult of a puzzle. I do concede why there's confusion. I can't reach it. Wait. Ghost jar. Yeah, if it's ever out of bounds, you can actually use your ghost jar. Okay. So we gotta carefully climb this out and make sure we don't hit that little thing. Just wait for a few moments. Okay. We got a small key out of that. Thank you. Now let's head up to where another door has been locked. Oh yeah, you can actually enter it in and out anytime you want. So as anticlimactic this may sound, I will be going through every piece of heart that we will have to miss out, except for one. It's not what you think. We will have to wait for the last piece of heart for later. I will cut away where we need to go. Back in Minish Woods Village, we want to head back to this little house. This can only be accessed. Get on the ladder. Because this can only be accessed once you forge all 4 blades. This will take you to the other piece of heart. Now, as I remember when there was a Goron that I remember having concern, it turns out it had to be after you forged 4 blades as well. And for this one, we awakened the beast! Oh, what a nap. It fit perfectly. So that's good. Anyways, I'll cut you back to Veiled Wall. Okay, back at this place after I was rudely hit. There's your piece of heart. Come on, really? And over here, get 50 mysterious shells. I'll go on to the next heart piece location. The next one is at this very tiny garden, which I forgot to go tiny for. Oh, I hate these things. In case you wonder what... I'm not sure if it does any damage, but... I'm not entirely sure. Now this one. This one requires all 4... doppelgangers, I would say. You got another piece of heart out of that. Now we need 1 more. However, you know us where the last one is. there is one more I was saving for. I will be at Lake Hylia showing you where to get it. Yes, you heard me right, Lake Hylia. You might think, but wait, we already got all those heart pieces. What possibly more there could be? I will show you in a minute. I'll see you guys in a bit. For context, you might want to fuse with the guy in the right house corner. Again, he's actually a very persistent user. Maybe he's being a really greedy SOB. And that will create a stump on a little trunk. For this one, I will fast forward what you have to go through. And I will see you guys over there in that spot. And here we are. Hey, how'd you find me, kid? You're a real amateur. So, since you found me, I'm gonna give you my #1 treasure. And keep up the good work. You get a heart container for this. It is the only heart container side mission there ever is. Now, one teensy tiny topping problem. The figurines. That is needed to complete the whole thing. That whole figurine collection, 130 figurines, is needed to complete the entire heart collection. And that's not all. We have a majority of figurines to get, and we only have 50 shells out of that. Solutions: grind through mysterious shells as much as you can. You only carry one Picolite, which I forgot to mention, the orange one actually bloomed. Yes, the color of the Picolite is actually orange. I'll show a picture of what they look like right now. And generally, this part keeps me for hours just trying to grind all the mysterious shells there is. But that's not what you're here for. You're here to see what the giant Goron looks like. And I will gladly show you what he looks like right now, because he does give you something very neat if you do complete every one of the fusions, which I don't think we have done. But just to generally talk to him, just to satisfy everything. Hello. And he does like little things. Welcome, Goro. Oh, what a tiny Goron you are. You make this big Goron happy with an unexpected visit to my distant home. And yes, if you ever accomplish such a major feat, well, you should come back and visit me again. Don't forget. What he's mentioning is yet to, I think... Now, something I failed to mention is that the giant Goron needs to be completed. You need to complete the whole game, basically. And that's one detail I actually missed. I didn't cover this in the video whatsoever, and I apologize if I actually didn't bother to use it. I was actually looking up what it was on my computer during my screen time, but thankfully it cut off most of the audio that you won't be able to hear me say it, so that's probably one of the big issues. So, back to the video. Okay, maybe... Sorry if I was actually being quiet, I was just looking at my list. So, with every piece of heart collected, well, as of now, until we get the final mystery shows, I think this is a really good way to end it off. Next time on Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, we'll be exploring Dark Hyrule Castle, and perhaps face the greatest foe of all time. See you guys then.